From Academy Award-winning filmmaker Tom Hooper, director of The King's Speech, Les Miserables, and The Danish Girl, comes cats.
You're gonna take a load of people, and they're gonna pretend to be cats. Like, if you just say it out loud, it's bonkers.
This film is a strong contender for the weirdest movie I've ever seen in my life. Half the time I had no idea what was supposed to be happening, and the other half I was just bewildered by what was happening. I may not have been on shrooms when I saw this film, but fuck me, I may as well have been for all of the sense I was able to make out of it. Near as I can figure, this is the plot of Cats. There's this group of street cats called the Jellicle Cats, who compete amongst one another with song and dance routines, so the Judi Dench cat can choose one of them to be the winner who gets a free hot air balloon ride. The main character is this fish out of water cat who gets abandoned by humans at the beginning of the movie, and the remainder of the film is spent hopping from one song and dance number to the next, where each cat in the running to win the balloon ride introduces themselves and tells you their thing. One of them is a playboy, one of them is an actor, one of them is a magician, one of them likes trains, one of them is fat. Yes, really, that's James Corden cat's entire thing. He's fat and he likes to eat. Meanwhile, the evil Idris Elba cat conspires to use his magical cat superpowers to eliminate all the other cats in the running to win the hot air balloon ride, so that he's the only one left eligible and Judi Dench is forced to choose him.
There can be only one!
And that's it. That's the whole movie. Like, if you took out all the songs and just replaced them with short conversations where each character introduces themselves through normal dialogue, the film would be like 10 to 15 minutes long, tops. So yeah, it's obviously going for big, bombastic, over-the-top spectacle and style over substance, so does it at least succeed at that? Well, no. The CGI fursuit effect being applied to all of the cats looks absolutely terrible. Like, it looks significantly worse than Mike Myers' cat costume from The Cat in the Hat. I'm not sure what the point of doing all the cats with CGI was if they weren't confident they'd be able to make it look good. Did they not test the effect out a few times before committing to it? This movie would have looked 100 times better if they had just used similar looking costumes to what the play has been using for decades. But if they did that, it would just beg the question, why not go see the play?
Go even further with him, you know? Maybe get a ton of cat hair, glue it all over your body, you know? Walk around like a cat man in the night, through the alleyways.
Hell, I know this would probably make the movie even worse, but if they had taken the opportunity to make the characters resemble actual anatomically correct CGI cats in the vein of something like The Lion King or Lady and the Tramp remakes, I could at least understand why the film was made, but no, they don't look like cats at all. They just look like people who've been scaled down to the size of cats and had ugly CGI fur smeared over top of them. I remember reading somewhere that they, like, patched the visual effects and sent a new version to theaters shortly after this film's release to try and improve them. It's been a few weeks now since the movie came out, so I'm assuming I saw the revised version. If so, I can't imagine what the original must have looked like. I don't know who this movie is for. My first instinct might be to say that it's supposed to be like a whimsical family movie meant to be enjoyed by kids, except it definitely isn't. There were about 20 other people in the theater watching this movie at the same time as me, and the first two to walk out halfway through were a dad and his 10 or 11-year-old daughter, the only child in the theater. I don't think fans of the original Broadway production would enjoy this either, because, like I said, the CGI cats just look inferior to the physical costumes from the play. Perhaps this was meant to just be pretentious Oscar bait? Lord knows Tom Hooper loves him some Oscar bait, but if so, that was a severe miscalculation, and general movie-going audiences clearly aren't digging this either. Maybe furries would get a kick out of it? I mean, nearly every cat character in the movie acts overtly sexual. They're all crawling over each other and wrapping their tails around each other, striking sexy poses, and exuding this really bizarre, cringy sexual energy. If you're a furry and this movie got you all hot and bothered, leave a comment down in the comments section down below. I'm really struggling to think of anything about this movie that wasn't really bad. Like, some of the songs were pretty good, but that's on the Broadway show, not on this film, and even then, several of the cast members are not very good singers. The dialogue was bad, the comedy was awful.
Right, well that's not going to work, is it? That's what I say to you.
Cat got your tongue?
Even a lot of the sets and props look really cheap. Despite all of this criticism, however, the one thing you definitely can't accuse this film of is not trying. It's pretty clear watching this movie that everybody involved was really going for broke, and hey, it looks like they're gonna get there, ayo! I'd heard that this movie was on the fast track to go down as one of the biggest cinematic disasters of the decade, and after seeing it for myself, I can't say I disagree. It really is just astoundingly awful. That said, I can't really find it within myself to hate anything about it either, and I don't even think it would have made made my least favorite movies of 2019 list. If I were making a worst movies list, it definitely would have made it, but least favorite? Nah. Like I said, you can tell watching the movie that most of the people involved were at least trying. This movie doesn't have a cynical bone in its body. It's giving 110% effort from start to finish. But you can give 110% effort trying to make a cake out of a pile of dog turds, and the thing is still gonna come out smelling and tasting like shit. I wasn't able to convince anybody I know to go see this movie with me at 4 in the afternoon on a Thursday, but under different circumstances, in a comfortable home setting with lots of friends and lots of drugs, I could see myself enjoying it. So I guess that's my recommendation. Cats. It's a hell of a thing. And if you like this video, you'd be helping me out a lot if you could hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on all of my future stuff. Leave a comment down below letting me know why you didn't go see Cats, and check out some of the other great stuff I've got up here on my channel. As always, thanks so much to all of you guys for watching, and take care.